You know, the thing is about ghosts, they're not scary. They're just like people. They're just souls who don't want to go to the other side for one reason or another. They have a reason.
Tapes Rolling is made possible in part by a grant from the Dayton Hudson Foundation on behalf of Dayton's and Target stores.
I came here tonight to help you to go to the other side. That's what my job is.
Usually when I'm done with work, about 5 or 6 o'clock at night, and that means after I've seen 4 clients, I usually feel kind of full. It's like full of people's stuff. I feel sometimes like I collect it, you know, like we collect lint. And so I get on the treadmill when I'm done with work just to get myself completely clear.
And what kind of work do you do?
I am a psychic.
Whoops. Sounds a little possessed itself.
The case with this job that we're going on right now, it seems like it'll be easy. It'll just be a matter of locating the ghost, talking to the ghost, finding out, you know, what exactly she wants, why she won't leave these people alone. And then the last part of the ghost busting job will be to get the ghost to go into the white light.
When I was about 17 years old, my mom took me to a psychic. My mom said, well, let's go find out about your future. And maybe she says, well, we'll find out when you're going to meet your husband and how many children you're going to have. And so off we went with that in mind. And I had no inkling, I had no clue that this psychic was going to say any of the things that she said.
You know, if I didn't have these abilities and we had a ghost in my house, I'd be afraid, just because I wouldn't know. You know, we're not taught, certainly by the media, we're not taught that ghosts are friendly. We're taught that they're scary and they're going to hurt us. So,
except for Casper.
Casper was good. Yeah, he was good.
This psychic told me that I was born with clairaudience, clairvoyance, and the gift of healing. What's happening right now is, in the beginning, I've already asked God to channel the healing through me, and I'm just waiting for it to, my hands are slowly starting to heat up. See, now the energy is starting to get stronger. I thought that night when I came home from the reading, the psychic reading, I thought, I'm going to have to quit high school. I'm going to have to travel around the world wearing white robes and healing sick people. And I thought, that's it. No more dating, no more parties, no more anything. Just serious all the time. And that's why.
Not what you wanted to do.
No, I did not want that, not at all. I wanted everything normal. I wanted normal children, a normal house, a normal life. I wanted to be a social worker. I wanted to have the house and the white picket fence, and, you know, I wanted the all-American dream. And somehow being a psychic and a healer, no, it didn't quite fit in there at all. Not in my idea of how this was all going to be. So, I just fought it. I fought it a lot. And
how did you fight it?
By denying it. By images would come, information would come, and I would deny that I even saw it. I would just go, no,
I don't see this stuff. Spirits would come and talk to me, and I'd just look at them like, I don't even see you. You're just invisible to me. I would be around sick people, and my hands would heat up. I wouldn't do anything with it. I'd just sit on them or something, or put them in my pockets. And
sounds like you're kind of angry about this.
yeah,
too.
I was for a long time. I was angry that I felt like I don't have a choice here. Nobody asked me, hey, excuse me, hello, does anybody care what I say? Oftentimes they'll go where there's a real psychic child or a psychic teenager, a teenager who hasn't developed their abilities, but they've got them, and the ghost might, they like to be around somebody that is tuned enough into them so that they can at least hear them. After I got pregnant in my second year in college, so I quit college, and a few years later, I sunk into a really bad depression after that. For a few years, and really got heavy into my alcoholism at that time. I was drinking all the time, and I was really messed up, really bad. And then when I sobered up when I was 24, and I was very confused about, was this good, was this bad, was this evil? You know, I just was really confused about everything at that point in my life. And I was sitting around one night thinking about my life and thinking, God, I have these abilities and I don't use them. And I felt really bad. I felt really bad. Like, I told God, I said, I'm really sorry that I've been so obnoxious about this. And I said to him, you just got to understand, I'm scared to death. I'm scared of what people are going to think if they know these things. And so I said, if you want me to use my psychic abilities, I will. And the next day, oh man, is this hot. Oh my goodness sakes, cool down a little bit. The next day I was on a date, and we were on our way to the hockey game. And I had a psychic image of the woman in the back seat. We were doubling with this other couple. I had an image of this woman's heart, and that she had a blockage in her heart. And I remember sitting in the car, and I remember silently looking up at God and saying, not now, could we do this a different day? And I thought, these people, here I was in AA, I had brand new friends, and I thought, I don't want anybody to know. This is like a whole new way of life for me. I don't want anybody here to know that I do these weird things. And the image just kept coming to me of this part in this woman's heart where there was a blockage. And so I just thought, okay, Echo, just take a big, deep breath. And so I just took this big, deep breath, and I turned around and I looked at the woman and I said, do you have a blockage right here? And she said, yeah, I do. And I said, okay. And I turned around and I just thought, oh, shit, now what? And, oh, shoot, now what? And I turned back, and in front of my date and the woman and her husband, I said really fast, I was born with a gift of healing, and I would be glad to give you a healing after the hockey game. And I didn't say another word. And the entire car became silent. And she said, you know, there's something about you that makes me trust you. And she said, yeah, I want one of those healings after the hockey game. And I think I was 29. I said, okay, I give up, God. I'll do it. And I started doing it. And full time as a profession. And I've been doing it ever since.
So what do you know about this ghost busting job we're going on?
She said that they were hearing sounds down in the basement, like footsteps and banging and rapping on the walls and just different things, and kind of blew it off. Just maybe sounds in the house. And then she was outside one day, and her neighbor said, so have you seen the ghost yet? And she said, what do you mean? And he said that's why the former tenant moved out, because of the ghost. The ghost was scaring everybody all the time. When we pass on and we go to the other side, we have jobs, we do things. We don't just sit around and fish all day. Well, we can if we want, but we can really do whatever we want. But a lot of souls choose to help people out on Earth. And so it's kind of like, I always think about Topper. Remember Topper? Okay, George and Mary and Kirby. They're like his spirit guides. And there's lots of times when my guides will come and they'll talk to me. They'll stand, you know, about where you are. They'll stand here and they'll just talk to me.
Is anybody here now?
Yeah, they're all here, as a matter of fact.
Can you describe them to us and show us who they are?
Sure, I can. There's like, there's a male spirit, like right over here. He's really tall. He's almost as tall as that pipe. And he says, he showed up earlier when I was doing that client's reading, and I asked him if he would be here tonight with us, help me with the interview. He'll go with me on the ghostbusting job. And he said he'd be delighted to. He's a really nice guy. And
Does he have a name?
he's laughing right now. He says, well, you can call me Charles if you'd like. Sometimes I wonder, do I really see these things? Do these things really happen? Or do I make this stuff up? You know, do I have a really good imagination? But you know what? I got to tell you a funny story. When I was in high school, I was in art class, and I flunked. I actually got an F in art. Now, do you know how hard that is to do? That's hard to do, but I did it. And it's actually a blessing, because my art teacher said to me, we had a project and it took me forever to do it and it looked horrible. And she came to me and she said, I have to give you an F. But I want you to know something. She says, I have never met anyone that has no imagination. You have no imagination. Do you know that? She says, you are all like left brain, girl. She says, it's just all logic with you. And I said, okay, and that was it. Well, you know, what's really nice about that now, 25, 26 years later, is when I stop and think, am I imagining all these things? I can always remember what she said. But I can't even make this stuff up in my head. Some of these ghostbusting jobs, it's like, no, there's no way that I could make this stuff up, you know.
Are you nervous about this, or how do you feel before a ghost busting?
Depending upon the symptoms. Like if we got another call the other day from a man. He called my brother. He said that he just bought a tapestry at a used store in Minneapolis, and he hung it up on his wall, and it keeps bleeding.
Bleeding?
Bleeding. And he said that ever since he hung that tapestry up, there's a really negative, eerie feeling in the house, like there's somebody there. Now, with a job like that, on the way there, I'm usually a little nervous because you don't know what you're going to find. The main reason that we have found for ghosts is, okay, a lot of people believe that once they get to heaven, God is going to be really angry with them for the things that they did in their life. And so when we go in and we ghostbust a house, we say to the ghost, you know, what are you doing here? And they'll say, well, I'm afraid to go to the other side. I'm afraid once God gets his hands on me, I'm a dead duck. Well, they can't say that. Let's see.
All over the cities?
They're all over the place. And they're in new homes just as well as old homes. You know, people always think they're in old homes. No, they're in new homes also. You know, the thing is about ghosts, they're not scary. They're just like people. They're just souls who don't want to go to the other side for one reason or another. They have a reason.
I saw a mother one night who was, oh, that was funny. We went to this, we were going up to this attic in these people's houses because they heard all these noises. And as I was walking up the stairs, I just noticed out of the corner of my eye a woman's spirit sitting on somebody's bed. So I said to my brother, you go ahead, I'll be right there. And I walked in this room and I looked at this woman, and she was hard to see because she was really faint, which means that she had just died. I mean, their energy is really low when they first die. And I said, is somebody there? She said, yes. She was really sweet. And I said, what's your name? Anne. And I said, why are you here? And she said that she was killed in a car accident and recently. And I said, well, why don't you go to the other side? And she said, because I go every day to my home and take care of my children. And I just said, oh, man. Do you know about the white light? She says, oh, I know where it is, and I know where the tunnel is. I just choose not to go right now. I said, okay. And I just left her there. And I said, are you bothering these people at all? And she said, no one knows I'm here. I said, okay. And I asked her why this particular house. And she said, because the people were so nice. And that's often what the spirits will say. Well, the people are so nice. We did,
so we'll hang here.
we did a ghost busting. Get this, the other night we did a ghost busting. And the guy, the man, the owner of the house, we were telling him, well, there's 6 of them in the dining room and there's 3 of them up in the attic. And the guy goes, well, I don't want to send anybody out into the cold. And my brother and I look at each other, you know, trying to keep these straight faces, you know, and I'm like, serious. Well, they won't get cold. Well, I want them to know that they're welcome here. And so we said, that's part of the problem, you know, that's why you got so many ghosts. So
I wonder if nice Minnesotans have more ghosts than New Yorkers, let's say.
Yeah, good point. Ooh, can you imagine meeting some New York ghosts? Ooh, that'd be tough. I'm glad we got nice Minnesota ghosts. Okay, this better be the frontage road. If you want to see a ghostbuster get scared, just put her on the freeway. Oh! Okay, just a minute now. Okay, it's right around, it's not very far, we're almost there.
Hi.
I can't see her completely. She's got kind of a robust face. But see, the problem is that she's got so much anger that it's distorting everything that she looks like. She's really unhappy. This is sage. This will help you go to the other side. It's going to help you to release. I came here tonight to help you to go to the other side. That's what my job is, to assist you to go to the other side. This is something loving. This is not, you're not being condemned to the other side. You're not being condemned to hell. I mean, look at how you exist right now. You exist at the end of someone's couch in their basement. You scare the people that come down here. You scare the children that come down here. There is no peace inside your own soul. That's right. It's a waste of time. She says, I don't want to go wherever God is. I want to stay in my basement. She says, just leave me alone. No, God did not give you cancer. No. You just got it. It's just the way it was. All right? It was time for you to leave. Your lifetime was over. All right? Now listen to me. Standing out, hanging out in somebody's basement like this is a waste of time. It's a waste of your time. Time is precious. You can come alive again on the other side. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's about, you're not dead, you see. Your body, your physical body died. And so it's almost like you condemned your own soul to this space right here in the basement. You need to go to the other side so that you can give yourself life.
See, that's what it's like. You go into that white light, it's like you come alive. You will come alive, all right? And all those old scars slowly start to heal. No, you're not going to be condemned. No, it's not like that. No, it's completely different than that. No, Judgment Day isn't what you think. No, 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 no. No, there's not somebody standing there with a checklist of all the bad things that you've done. No. No, it's not like that at all. But you need to go. I want you to think seriously now. Because tonight, we are not going to leave until you leave. You see? So really, all you're giving up is an old, comfortable space. You're giving up tiles, okay? You're giving up the end of a couch. You have no existence here. Your existence is cold, and it's frightful, and it's rageful, and it scares people. Well, whether you intend to scare people or not, that's what you do. You will? You'll go? Okay. Yeah, I'll show you how to get there. Come on. It's okay. I know you're scared. Everybody's scared. Everybody's scared to even move. I mean, even people living in their bodies are scared to go on to the next place in life. But who's Elizabeth? You have a friend named Elizabeth? Oh, she died too? Okay, great. You can go see Elizabeth too. Okay, come on, come on. Just move out of that space. You can see Elizabeth? Okay. All right, good, good, all right. Okay. Come on. Just move. Keep going. There you go. Keep going. Okay. Yeah, you can look at it. Look at it. Look at it realistically. That's where you've been hanging out for a long time. It's kind of dumb, isn't it? It's okay, but it's just kind of a waste, okay? Yeah. Yeah, there's a ton of possibilities. Yeah, are you kidding? Okay. Okay, all right, just keep going. There you go, there you go. You're going down. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now I can only go this far with you because I'm still in my body. I can't go through that space with you. But I'll just keep guiding you down. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, now this is as far as I can go because I'm still here. All right, yeah. Okay, but, all right, yeah, but I can see you. Yeah, I can see you. Okay. Yeah, just keep floating down. Okay, see that light? It's getting brighter, isn't it? It's getting bigger. Doesn't look like a ping pong ball anymore, does it? No? Okay, there you go. Keep going. Keep going. Nancy? Okay, you got a friend named Nancy? Okay, that's good. See all these people? Now you're remembering who these people are. Yeah. And they're going to be happy to see you. Keep going. You're doing good. Your mother? You're not sure? Just keep going. You don't have to talk to anybody you don't want to. You can take all the time that you need to heal. Okay? All right. Keep going. No, 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 don't stop. Just keep going. Come on, come on, you're almost there. I can see you. You're almost in the light. Okay, now see how bright it is? It's just like right in front of you, right? Okay. All right, now can you see how warm it is? Feel how warm it is? See, it's like it just kind of gently pulls you in. Okay. Okay, I want you to, okay, keep going. Okay, go right into it. Go right into the middle of it. Because when you get in the middle of it, then it's like you'll just, there you go. Okay. Bye. Bye. Okay, don't come back. Okay, there. Bye. You're welcome. I remember this one man that I had been working with. When he died, I came into the room. The nurse came out and said he he had just passed away, and so I went into the room, and I saw his soul just slowly floating down the tunnel, and he had a man on one arm and a woman on his other arm, and I said, John. I mean, it just took me by surprise, because here was his body laying over in this bed, and here was his soul just floating down the tunnel, and he turned around. He always called me Doll, and he said, bye, Doll, see you later. And he said, oh, this is my mom, and this is my dad, and he was so happy. And the other thing about souls after they die is they look much younger. And so he looked, you know, he had been, physically, he was in this body that had had heart surgery and a stroke while he was on the operating table, and he was a mess. And his soul looked so free and so young and so alive. And it was about, I think about 30 seconds after I saw him floating down the tunnel, that in the other side of the room, I started to see these angels come in the room. Now this was quite a few years ago, and I had never seen so many angels and come into a room at the same time, and I was just like blown away by it. And I said to this one angel, I said, John just left, and she said, we're not here for John, we're here for the family. And she said, we always come for the families. And my girlfriend leaned over and said to me, did somebody just come in this room? And I said, yeah, there's like, and I counted them, and I said, there's 8 angels in here. I was whispering because the family members were crying and calling people on the phone and calling the mortuary. And my girlfriend didn't say anything more than that. And I just watched these angels. And they just kind of walked around the room and roamed around the room and stood by different people as they were crying and having a hard time. And then after about 20 or 25 minutes, this angel, they had finished calling the really important people. They had called the mortuary. It's like there was this just calmness in the room. And the angel looked at me and she said, we're finished now. Our job was complete. And it was like I just had chills all over my body, you know, like, wow. And then one by one, they just floated right out of the room. It was just amazing.
Tapes Rolling was made possible in part by a grant from the Dayton-Hudson Foundation on behalf of Dayton's and Target stores.
This program was produced by KTCA, a Minnesota original.